Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create ActiveCampaign contact on Google Form submission. So I am an online educator and I am providing various online courses on different subjects. Now to collect the inquiries for these programs, I have created a client contact form. So my objective is that as soon as a client is going to submit that inquiry form on Google Forms, automatically the contact should be created in ActiveCampaign. That is the email marketing application which I am using. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to build the connection between Google Forms and ActiveCampaign, and that we are going to create without any coding and any programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step for your business, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video we are going to learn how to create ActiveCampaign contacts for Google Form submission. So I work as a marketing manager for an online educational or online course academy, and here I have created a program inquiry form with the help of Google Forms. So here the Google form contains the name, email, phone number and the program of interest. Whenever I have attached this form on my website, and as soon as an interested student is going to fill up this form for their registration or for the inquiry related to the program, I want to add that person, I want to add that student as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. That is the email marketing application which I am using for staying in touch with the leads, so that I will be able to send the follow-ups to all these leads and convert them into payable customers or payable students. Okay. Now, here I am going to receive multiple inquiries by form submissions by multiple students. So I could not add each of the student manually into my ActiveCampaign account. Therefore, I am going to automate this process. How am I going to automate this process? For that, I am going to build a connection between this Google form which I have created and my ActiveCampaign account. To build this connection, here I am not going to use any kind of coding or any kind of programming skills, but I am going to do it with the help of Pabbly Connect. That is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect helps us to automate all our repetitive tasks on daily basis without the requirement of coding or programming, simply by setting up connections between our work applications. So we are going to build the connection between our Google Forms and ActiveCampaign with the help of Pabbly Connect. Let's get started quickly. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, you will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account directly. In case if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account for you. It will take only 2 minutes, and you are going to get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, currently I am going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. Now, it has taken us towards a dashboard of our Pabbly Connect account. On the dashboard, we can find all the workflows which we have created. And to save the workflows, we can also create separate folders over here. Now, to create a new workflow, we are going to click on this Create Workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to the workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Create ActiveCampaign contact on Google Form submission. After giving the name to my workflow, I'm going to select the folder. So here we have a list of folders in which we can save the workflows. I have created different folders for different conditions of the workflows. I have created a separate folder for all the automations which I'm going to create for my lead management. And this is the automation which is related to lead management only by adding the leads in my email marketing application. So here I'm going to select the folder as automations for lead management, and then I will simply click on create. As we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains two extremely important windows. Basically, this is a blank workflow which we have to fill. So here we have trigger and actions. Now, what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens, and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose my objective is that as soon as a new form is submitted by a client or a student for the inquiry of the programs in Google Forms, then automatically that person should be added as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. So over here, I'm going to take Google Forms in my trigger step and ActiveCampaign in action. When we are going to build the connection between these applications, we can clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the form is submitted by the client, then only the person will be added in ActiveCampaign, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating our automation step by step. To start with the workflow, first of all, let's go towards our trigger step and we will select our trigger application. So our trigger application over here will be Google Forms. Let's select that. Then we have to select that trigger event. What on the happening of which event you want to capture the response. Here I only have one option, new response received. This means that every time a new response will be received from Google Forms, then I want to capture the response. So here we have the webhook URL which we have to insert inside our Google Forms account so that the response could be captured every time and the connection could be built. So let's copy the webhook URL as it is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new response from Google Forms towards Pabbly Connect, that too instantly. As here with that, it is showing waiting for webhook response. So what we are supposed to do now, we have to go towards our Google Forms account and we have to connect with our Pabbly Connect account. So we will simply follow the instructions given over here carefully, step by step, and I will tell you exactly what you are supposed to do. So first of all, let me take you towards my form. So as you can see, this is the form which I have created. This is program inquiry form. Here I have the description of the form, and when the person is going to fill up this form, I'm going to receive the details of that person, such as their name, their email, their phone number, and in which kind of program they are interested. So here we are going to build that connection. To build that connection, you have to go towards the response section. You have to basically link this form with a Google Sheet. So you can click on this button, view in Sheets, and it will be directly linked. So when you will click on this button, it will ask you two options, whether you want to create a new sheet for the responses or you already have an existing one. So because I have already linked the form with the Google Sheets earlier, so I already have an existing Google Sheet. So I'm going to go towards it. And you can see these are all the details I have. Here we have the timestamp, name, email, phone number, and the program. These columns are same as I have the fields in my Google form. I only have one extra column over here, that is for timestamp. It contains the date and time at which the form is submitted. So here we have all the details. Because we have linked our form with this Google Sheet, so every time the form will be submitted, the record will be created of that response in the new row of this spreadsheet. So we are going to basically build a connection between this spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so for that we have to go towards our extensions option given on top, and here you can see the option of add-ons. So you have to go towards get add-ons. It will take you towards Google Workspace Marketplace. So here you have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhook. So let's select that. Now here you have to install Pabbly Connect Webhook, which is the extension, or we can say which is the add-on which you need to install in Google Sheets to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. I have already done that, so I'm going to just cross this. Once you will install the add-on for the very first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet. Then only you will be able to see the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks under extensions. As we can see the option, let's go towards it. And we will go towards initial setup. So we have to do an initial setup for setting up the connection, in which we have to enter two details. Now, first is the webhook URL and the second is trigger column. So first of all, we will paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. As we have done that, now it is asking us the trigger column. So what is a trigger column? The concept of trigger column says that whenever a new row will be added in your spreadsheet up till this column, the entire row will be immediately and automatically sent towards Pabbly Connect. So here you can see I have 5 columns in my spreadsheet, A, B, C, D and E. E will be my trigger column because I want that every time a form will be submitted in Google Forms and the response will be recorded over here. When it will be recorded up till E column, then only the row should be sent towards Pabbly Connect and not before that. So here E will be my trigger column. According to your spreadsheet, according to your requirements, you can also decide the trigger column and enter it over here. Now we are going to send the test response of this first row we have of the smart lead towards Pabbly Connect so that we can run our workflow. So we'll go towards send test button, and over here the test data is sent successfully. So let's submit the initial setup. We'll cross this and move back towards Pabbly Connect. Here the response is already captured. In the response we have received all the details. First of all, we have the trigger column, we have the date and time at which the form is received, we have the spreadsheet name, the spreadsheet ID, the sheet name, the sheet ID, row index, the program of interest of the lead, we have the phone number of the lead, their name and their email address. These are all the exact details which we have in row number 2 over here, as you can see. Okay, this means our connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. And now after this connection, my objective is that as soon as the form will be submitted and the response will be recorded up till the trigger column in my spreadsheet, the data must be keep on sending without any manual efforts towards Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to do one more thing. We will go towards extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and we will click on send on event button. As we have done that, we have made sure that now every time a new row will be added over here, the response will be automatically sent towards Pabbly Connect. Now we are going to move forward towards the workflow, and over here our objective is to capture the response and add the response automatically in our ActiveCampaign account. So we want to add this lead as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So now we are going to build the connection between ActiveCampaign and Pabbly Connect. For that, we will move towards our action step. We will select our action application as ActiveCampaign. So let's select that, and after doing this we have to select the action event as well. What you want to perform? I want to create a contact. So we'll simply select create or update a contact. Let's click on connect. To build a connection, here we have two options. You can see I'm already logged into my ActiveCampaign account. It is saying add new connection or select existing connection. In case if you already have an existing connection which you have already built, so you can go with the existing connection only, but I will show you how you have to build the new connection. For that, you will go towards add new connection and you have to enter two details over here, API key and the URL. So how you're going to get these details, how you're going to get the API key and how you're going to get the URL. So here, first of all, let's start with the URL. Login, it is given in the instructions, log into your ActiveCampaign account, click on your settings tab on the left sidebar area and select developers. From the drop down menu, you will find the URL. So I will take you towards my ActiveCampaign account. We will go towards the settings section. Over here we have the option of developers. And here we have the URL and the key. So let's first of all copy the URL. We will paste it over here. Then after entering the URL, it is saying that if it is saying in the instructions that if your URL is, for example, this. Okay, so you have to enter only this part. That means you have to remove https:/ from the URL. So I will do the same, and after doing this, now we'll move forward towards the API key. So here we have the API key as well. Let's simply copy it. We'll move back and paste it over here quickly. Now let's click on save. In the similar manner, you also have to enter the details and set up the connection. And the connection is built. So now we have to enter the details in these fields to create a contact. First of all, let's start with the email. What is the email of the person to whom you want to add as a contact? We have received all the details of the person in our earlier response and Google Forms response. So what we will do, we will search for the email over here, and here it has redirected me towards the email of the lead. So I will simply map it over here. So when we map the data like this from the previous step, it becomes dynamic, and with each and every new response, automatically it gets replaced. Okay, so now when we have mapped this email, every time a new response will be captured from Google Forms, automatically the email is going to replace with a new email of that new lead. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process. Then it is asking us the first name, last name, phone number and other details. So first of all, let's enter the first name. Here you can see in the response, we have received the full name and we have not received any separate fields of the names, first name and last name separately. So we have to split the name, and how we are going to do that automatically. To do that, we will click on this add action step button in between, and we will select our action application as text formatter. Text formatter is a feature by Pabbly which helps us to format the text in the workflow according to our requirements. Our action event over here will be split text. Let's click on connect, and here we are going to split the text. Which text you want to split? I want to split the name of the lead. So here I have mapped that. Then it is asking us the separator. What is the value which you want to use to separate the text? Here I just want to split the name in between. I have first name and last name, and I have space between the name. So here I'm going to use space as the separator. So I will simply copy the format of space. We will paste it over here and done. Now it is asking us the segment is index. What segment of this text you want? First or last or all? I want all, first name as well as the last name. Let's click on save and send test request button quickly, and here we have the response. In the response we have the first name and the last name separately. So we will map the name. First of all, let's map the first name. Then we will map the last name. Okay, let's move forward. Let's quickly map the phone number. And here if you want to add any tag to this lead, you can enter it over here. And if you do not want, just ignore this field. Here you can select any list in order to add the leads in a specific list. I do not want to add the lead in the list, so I'm going to ignore this field for now. I will directly click on save and send test request button. Here we have the response. In the response, you can see we have received all the details, and this means that our contact is successfully added in our ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to take you towards ActiveCampaign. We will go towards the contact section. Let's refresh this page once. and you can see that yes, automatically a contact is added over here. This means our connection is absolutely successful. So here every time a new form will be submitted by a new lead or new client for the inquiry of the programs in which they are interested, automatically that person will be added to my email marketing application, that is ActiveCampaign. Once we have completed the automation, let's test this workflow whether it is running fine or not. So here I'm going to fill out the form. So I'm going to go towards the send section. We'll shorten the URL, we'll copy it, and I'm going to open it in a new tab. So I'm going to fill out this form in front of you, and we will see whether automatically by filling up this form, when the response will be captured, the person will be added in ActiveCampaign as contact or not. So let's say the name of the contact this time is new client. Let's say the email is new78@pabblitudes.com. We have the phone number, let's say, and the program is, let's say, personal branding. We'll submit the form. As soon as we have done that, let's go towards Google Sheets, and here we have the response which is recorded. As the response is recorded in the Google Sheets, let's go and check whether this new client is added as a contact in ActiveCampaign or not. Let's refresh the contact section, and we can see that yes, without any manual efforts, automatically and instantly, as soon as the form is submitted, here we have the new contact with all the same details. We have all the details over here. Okay, this means our connection is absolutely successful, and also the workflow is running fine. So you can also very easily create this automation for your business, for your requirements, for managing your leads and adding them in your email marketing. I hope this automation is clear to you. It is also helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.